Hi, welcome to Blue Sparrow Wellness. I'm Dr. David Murr.
And I'm Dr. Indira Murr.
And today we're talking about a wonderfully exciting topic that I'm sure you're all going to be on the edge of your seats for: fiber. It's kind of funny when we think about it. We often think about our grandparents when they talk about fiber, but the fact is it's one of the most important nutrients that we can have in our diet.
Yeah, a lot of people think fiber is a really boring subject, which is one of the reasons we wore our muted shirts today. Nobody really wants to talk about fiber, but the importance of it in our diet cannot be underestimated. We as physicians, especially in urgent care and emergency medicine, we see people coming in all the time for bowel-related issues, including diarrhea, constipation, diverticulitis, inflammatory bowel disease, irritable bowel syndrome, chronic nausea and vomiting. So we see people all the time that come in with issues related to the gut. And as we age, we tend to not have as much moisture in the gut. We tend to have decreased throughput where the gut doesn't contract as easily, and people have lots of issues with constipation and impaction. So the importance of fiber in our diet, and even when it comes to not just our bowel habits, but also with weight management, weight regulation, fiber and water cannot be more important in a healthy diet. They're probably two of the most important facets of a healthy diet.
Yeah. And so you'll see different recommendations depending on your age, depending on your gender. Somewhere roughly around 25 to 30 grams of fiber a day. Although again, there's some variation depending on how old you are, but also how well your bowels are moving. Again, lots of water, like Indira said. It's important to have that. Fiber will absorb some of those fluids and keep things moving. One of the easiest things to do is just check your food labels. And so if you look on the back of products, you'll see how many grams of fiber are in there, and it kind of gives a percent. That's roughly based on 25 grams per day. But really working on increasing that. And if you're not great at bringing fiber into your diet, you do want to increase it, but you may notice some gas or bloating. So you may need to increase it a little bit at a time. But there are lots and lots of benefits to it. And then, when you see food labels, that's the kind of processed prepared foods, but really the best way is to get it from the natural food sources, right?
Yeah, so instead of going to the parts of the grocery store that have the boxes and the packages, the best sources of fiber are in the produce department. So the produce department is usually at the very front of the store where people just walk past it. But if you actually spend some time there, you'll see the carrots and the apples and the bananas and the greens and the sugar snap peas and the spinach and all of the fresh fruits and vegetables that are at the front of the store. That's where you should actually spend the bulk of your time shopping. It's actually it tends to be cheaper than going back to the meat and the hot dogs and the packaged foods, the pizza and the burgers, all the things that are in the back of the store. They tend to be more expensive, and they also tend to be less healthy for you. So the best sources of fiber are fruits and vegetables, nuts and seeds, and beans, legumes. And so if the closer it is to coming out of the ground, the closer it is to how God made it, the closer it is to nature, the better it is for you. And the benefits of fiber not only include better regulation of your bowels, having more regular bowel movements, having less stomach upset and bloating, having less nausea, and less inflammation, and also not many people know this, or maybe more people know it now, that people are becoming more informed about the benefits of nutrition and healthy living. But we have a second immune system. We have a second nervous system in our gut. We have our central nervous system, that's our brain and our spinal cord. We have our peripheral nervous system that goes into all the limbs and regulates all the organs of the body. But you also have a nervous system within the gut that is very sophisticated. And if you have an inflamed gut, if you have a leaky gut, if you have an unhealthy gut, then that can also affect your nervous system. And that's why you often will see people that have difficulties with bowel issues have a lot of problems with illnesses. They get sick more readily, and they also tend to have more nervous disorders. You can see there's a strong correlation between irritable bowel syndrome and nervous disorders, anxiety and depression, which also people with anxiety and depression tend to have become ill more readily. They tend to get sicker more often and have more chronic diseases. So if you can have a healthy gut microbiome, if you have bacteria in your gut that are healthy bacteria that help break down your foods, that help decrease the inflammation in your gut and help keep your gut healthy, that'll also stimulate your immune system and keep you healthy and help you stave off illness and disease.
The other connection to that microbiome is the variety. A good healthy microbiome helps decrease your insulin resistance and the potential for development of diabetes. And so where that ties together is the fiber and all of those nutrients that you're bringing in help create a good mix of healthy bacteria in our gut system, which then helps us with processing foods. And so it's a cycle that feeds on itself in a positive way. So it's really important to have a good, well balanced diet, but don't forget your fiber, those fruits and vegetables and nuts and beans.
Yeah. And so, the variety of the microbiome is kind of almost directly proportional to the variety of fruits and vegetables in your diet. So the healthy bacteria in your gut that help to stave off the unhealthy bacteria that lead to inflammation and diseases, they like to feed on fruits and vegetables and the minerals, the vitamins and minerals that come from those fruits and vegetables. Plants and fruits and vegetables are very high in phytonutrients, antioxidants, things that help to stave off the things that even can lead to cancer. They're medications that are derived from the plant sources that have medicinal and healing value. And so again, the closer you stick to the produce aisle, the closer you stick to even shopping at co-ops and farmers markets where you can get natural, organic, and whole foods that are high in fiber, it's going to have an effect on not just your gut, but on your whole system and your health and well-being, and your nervous system, as well as your skin and how well you look. It helps in so many different ways.
So we hope this is a great introduction to just kind of starting with the basics of some nutrition. But remember, that everything all ties together, and it's important to have a well-balanced diet from every direction. But one of the basic factors that we can all probably improve on is getting more fiber. So we hope this is helpful, and we look forward to talking to you next time.